Oh boy, we got a mystery on our hands. Today, our question of the day is going to be, who was the first ever person in the Backrooms ever? You're going to say, oh, obviously it's the person who posted it, duh. But there was actually some people that could be before that didn't report it of how scared they were about it. There could be one person. We really don't know who was the first person or how many people were in the Backrooms, but we really do not know this question. But we could do more info about it if we can. But there could be a postulation of how there could be a way of how we know who could be the murderer. I mean, the first person who ever went to the Backrooms. So the first ever question is from the night. So I predict that the first person here was in the 1980s or 1970s. That 1970s could be the possibility of the person. The first ever person probably end up here is 1970s, but we don't know who was the first person, obviously. But there's reports coming back to 1980s, 1970s about Backrooms. So yeah, the first person could be in like 1960s, 1970s. First person could be in those years, but we don't know. And Google says entity. The only recorded time a backroom man hunt someone and was spilled on coffee on the travel. Around entities, it was you not telling that I was first sighted one and later. This 2019 was not the year that it was discovered. There could be 1970s or 80s that the first ever actual person ended up. There's also some fake people acting like they're in the Backrooms, but that's not true. So yeah, we couldn't find the evidence of who could have been. The only known person that we know who could have been the first was that Reddit user, but we don't know who else could have actually been first before him. Well, guys, solve this in the comments. We still don't know who was the first ever person to actually go in the Backrooms. We really still don't know who's the first ever person. Give me your ideas in the comments, and I'll see you next time.